Hey everyone, Chris Bennett here, your blockchain beard guy. I get asked a lot about people wanting to get into development. They've never done any development before, but they think it looks interesting, and they ask me a lot of questions. What's the best way to get started, to learn the ropes, to learn if this is something for me or not? And I always point them to the same resource, w3schools.com. So I want to take a few minutes and show you all what's in W3 Schools. I think they have a really neat paradigm, and I think it's a great place if you're just starting out and you're trying to figure out is software and web development something for me? So you can just go to w3schools.com and you'll see they teach all kinds of different tutorials. So you can learn HTML and CSS, JavaScript, you can learn server side, XML, all kinds of different interesting technology areas. But what I always instruct people to do is if you're interested in web development in general, or blockchain development in particular, the best place you can start is by learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If you just lightly touch on those three areas, you'll know whether you enjoy it or not and find it rewarding. And you'll also, once you get through the lessons here on W3 Schools, be in a position to go enroll in any online or instructor-led course and really understand and be able to keep up to speed. And what I like about W3 Schools is all the lessons that they teach are very short, easily digestible pieces. So you don't go deep down into a chapter or through hours of hands-on labs and exercises. They're just easy little exercises that you can do when you have a free 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there. And that makes learning it and consuming these lessons, I think, a lot easier for most people. So to give you an idea how this works, let's jump into their Learning HTML section. And you can see each tutorial starts out with a nice introduction. It explains a bit about what HTML is, and it shows you there's an example in every chapter. And each one of these lessons has an example that you can then go try for yourself. So if I click on this try for myself, I see here's all the code that we talk about in this particular example, and I can actually go hands-on with it and change it. And as soon as I change the source code, I hit run, and over on the right-hand side of the screen, I can see the effects. And that's one of the things I really like about W3 Schools, is you don't have to set up a separate development environment. You can just come right onto their site, and you can try the different examples. So it starts off pretty easy into the introduction, and then you get into various different pieces here like links. So there'll be a short lesson on links, and you can see this is just a very short lesson. It takes you just a few minutes to read it. It explains the basic concept. It gives you any kind of notes. And then there are a couple examples you can go try for yourself. And again, you can come in here and you can change the source code to be whatever you want, to get an idea of how it works and how you can play with it. And boom, all of a sudden here we are on LinkedIn. So that's W3 Schools in a nutshell. They have some really great introductory level courses here. Great way to get up to speed quick on a new technology and to learn the basics in bite-sized pieces. And like I said, if y'all are interested in learning web development or learning the development skills necessary to start coding blockchain at some point in the future, this is a great place to start. And I would recommend that you start with HTML, which is the layout and structure of a web page. Then you'll get into CSS, which controls the styling and the formatting and how it looks. So when you get into CSS, that's when we get into lessons about colors. And we can update all the styling on a page. And then finally, JavaScript. which is actually going to get you into true development, true programming in an actual programming language. And JavaScript is where all the logic of your application is going to live. So the logic and rules in JavaScript, the presentation and styling in CSS, and the basic content and structure in HTML. So hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about learning to code or anything you saw here, please shoot me a message and let me know, or better yet, go ahead and post and tag me on the post, and that way we can share the answers with everyone. But if you've ever been interested in learning to code, I've said this before, but I'll repeat it, there's just never been an easier time than right now. And you don't need to come from a coding background, an engineering background, a technical background. If you just want to see what this is all about, you can come here to W3 Schools and play around and just kind of get a taste of code. And if you find that it's something you enjoy and that you like, then there are plenty of programs that you can get into to go a little bit deeper. So hope this has been helpful, and please hit me up with any questions you guys might have, and hope you're having a great day. Until next time, this is Chris Bennett, your Blockchain Beard Guy.